Hey guys, it was a tough week and a tough weekend. Let me tell you why. You know, it's fall when you're having to get on the treadmill for a run. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Andrew with Running with Dr. Andrew. And today I did a 5-mile run on the treadmill. And the reason why I did this is because it was raining and it was dark outside. So I definitely wanted to be safe and get on the tread, which was a great run anyway too. I was able to kind of ramp it up, start at 6.5 miles per hour and gradually ramped it up to like 8.5 miles per hour on the run. Felt a little different, running on the treadmill. Was able to kind of work on form, leaning forward position, as well as driving my knees and making sure my knees are not touching, keeping that mirror or that window open between your knees. So that's kind of what I did today on my run. Yesterday, I didn't do a vlog yesterday, but it was Thursday. And what I did was about a 6-mile interval run. So I'd run 2 miles and then jog 2 miles, and did that throughout about 4 miles out of that 6 miles there, and the other 2 were just nice and relaxed type of mileage there. Overall, doing pretty good. My legs are a little tired. I'm going to try to attempt to do that 22 miles tomorrow. It just depends on how I feel. Again, if that doesn't happen, we can wait a week later or so. Definitely got a lot of mileage on my legs already, so definitely it's getting pretty close to getting rest weekend there before I jump up again and continue on. So let me know in the comments, how's your running going? How's your week going? Are you doing a long run tomorrow, this weekend? Let me know in the comments. I'd like to know so that we can cheer each other on. Those long runs are pretty tough, so let's cheer each other on with that. And so today, normally on Thursday, I do a quote of the day, of the week, and so we're going to do it on Friday instead. And so the quote is by John Bingham, and it says, "The miracle isn't that I finished, the miracle is that I had the courage to start." So that's definitely very important. You can think about that sometimes it's hard to kind of get out and just start something. If it's starting a new career or starting a class that you want to take. Getting out the door is the hardest thing to do to start something. Starting the training for a 5K, half marathon. Well, the hardest thing is to start. Definitely can make all the goals and all this stuff, but definitely starting is what creates a lot of courage for you to do that too. So let me know in the comments if there's any cool stories that you said that you didn't think you had the courage, or you didn't have the confidence of doing something, but you did it and you're glad that you did that. And so definitely that's some things that can be very important in life there too. So hope that is encouraging for everyone. Welcome back to the channel. This is Andrew, Running with Dr. Andrew, and today I'm doing some speed work. Let's go, guys. Guys, today I'm at Cooper Park, the track. They had some Pee Wee football going on, so I couldn't run there. And so I decided to do my speed work today just because it's less mileage, and I did have the booster COVID shot yesterday, so I kind of wanted the rest of the morning, at least 24 hours after the shot, feeling pretty good so far. My arm was a little sore, but it's getting better, and ready for the long run for tomorrow. So the workout today is going to be 2-mile warm-up, and 4 1 mile repeats, and then a mile cool down. So the weather is really good this week. It's about 81 degrees, so about 10 degrees cooler than it was last week. A little overcast, got some rain clouds, a little bit of sprinkling going on to kind of keep you cool, but other than that, doing pretty good. All right, guys, I'm about to start number 1 mile repeat. All right, guys, let's go. Hey guys, it was a tough week and a tough weekend. Let me tell you why. So this weekend, Friday, I did some videotaping, did some treadmill running, and getting ready for the just for the run, speed runs on Saturday, and then also the long run on Sunday. And it was going to put that on YouTube, and didn't have a chance to do that on Saturday to do that. And then my wife and I decided to do. My wife, her name's Brandy. She's training for a half marathon in Little Rock in November as well. Doing the half marathon instead of the marathon. And so she's been kind of gradually getting her mileage up, and she's not necessarily concerned about what time. She just wants to go out and finish it and get back and running. And she was running a couple of years ago pretty good, but she wants to get back and doing it. And so my goal on Saturday was to do a 2 mile warm up and 4 1 mile repeats. And her goal was to finish a 5K, without stopping. And the weather was pretty good. It was overcast, about 79, 81-ish or so not terribly bad. And so I did finish the first 2 miles. And then I did 1 and 2 mile repeat. When I came back around, it was at a park called Cooper Park, which you guys probably saw that on a video before this. And it passed one guy, I passed my wife, and she said, "I'm almost done." And so, okay, I had the water pack, and I was like, okay, she's probably gonna be thirsty. I got the keys with me. She can get in the car, turn on the AC, and she'll be comfortable for a little bit until I get done. I had like a couple more miles to go. And so I stopped, finished my mile, I waited for her to come around, and was just kind of running right behind her. And again, I apologize if I start to kind of choke up a little bit too, because it's a little challenging. What happened next was she was running. She goes, "I'm almost done." She had some arm fatigue, it looked like, on her right arm, and she goes, "I want to finish, I can't." And she started having some arm spasms, and then she needed to get some shade, so I tried to get to the shade, and then she had a pretty good seizure, unfortunately, and so I had to call emergency service to come help out, and we took her to the ER. And I don't know if you guys have been following my page or this channel from the beginning. I did some stuff about my wife, and it was the New York Marathon, virtual marathon. I was very proud of her. She finished the marathon. She just had almost completed 3 years of being in remission with her cancer. She was diagnosed about 3 years ago with ovarian cancer, had surgery, had chemo, and was in remission. And so she had a little history with that. So when we get to the ER, they do some CT scans and found some lesions in her brain. And it's something, one of those things that's kind of hard to take. Definitely, this is life, and very, very difficult, just because, especially when you see your loved ones, somebody that's your partner in crime in life, and that they are down, have this diagnosis. And again, we don't know if it's cancer or not. We just know that it is some sort of lesion, and she's seeing her oncologist. Hopefully, when we review this, she'll be already seeing her oncologist, and hopefully we'll get some answers there. So definitely, if you please send your thoughts positive thoughts and vibes and prayers and whatever you do to think about that, with individuals like that. And definitely it's a very scary situation. And a very scary situation. I was glad I was right behind her and that this didn't happen on the trail without me being around her. So I was glad I was there. I was able to comfortably get her to the grass and, take care of her and call emergency service right away. So definitely very glad for that. But definitely this is something that's very challenging. So definitely, with this channel, I'm still going to be doing vlogs. It's going to be a little different because I'm going to probably do more treadmill running just because I've got to be, around Brandy, my wife, a little bit more just to check up on her, making sure she is doing okay while I'm in the house. And so I'll be doing a lot more running for now anyway, until we find some answers of what's going on with this, and she might be okay and things are okay. This happens, can happen, and it doesn't always have to be mean cancer. And so that's where we're hoping. And I think the doctor was just very concerned that it was cancer because of her history of cancer. So, and it was the ER doctor, so we never had seen him before. So she doesn't have a rapport with him, and he doesn't know her case. And so fortunately we're going to be able to get to see her oncologist on Monday. Again, so definitely, I don't know what, I ended week 8 of 50 miles, which I did 10 miles on the treadmill today, and I was supposed to do a 22-mile run, but that's okay. It's sometimes you just got to spend time with your family. Family is very important, and that's what we were doing today, spending time with my wife and hanging out with her and things like that. So definitely the long run was back on the back burner, and then, for some other time. And so I don't know how many miles I'll get next week. It's going to be week number, I believe, 10 in the marathon training. And again, I'll still have good quality runs. I'm still going to do some speed work, and maybe some longer runs too. Like I said, I'll probably do some longer runs on the treadmill and see how that goes, definitely, and see and hope and pray, that things turn out well with Brandy, and we get back to, she's had a long road, since the beginning of this cancer thing. So I know this is kind of a long vlog on just some personal stuff, but definitely I think I wanted to share that with you because she's a runner and she enjoys running, and I think you've seen her and some of the 5Ks that she's ran, and help cheer her on, and definitely please help cheer her on through this. If this is definitely something very difficult to go through, if you've never gone through this before, it's hard to see your family members go through this. And so this ends this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope everyone keeps safe out there, keep running, and we'll see you next time.